Hello class, we're now working on section 5.2, which is 3 by 3 systems, or a system of 3 linear equations with 3 unknowns. And first of all, a solution will be an ordered triple, x, y, z, that works in all 3 of the equations. Okay, so I'd like you to double check these, but it turns out the answer to number 1 is yes, this ordered triple, -3, 5, 2, is a solution to this system. Yes. But number 2, the answer is no, so it's your job to figure out where it doesn't work. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to solve these. Now the truth is there are several methods to solve systems of equations, of linear equations in particular. And we're just going to use algebra. So it's a combination of substitution and elimination. You can also use matrices. You can also use determinants and Cramer's rule. But we're going to save those for later. We're just going to focus on the algebraic method right now. So let's look at number 3 and solve this system. The goal here is to use elimination twice to combine 2 different pairs of these equations in order to create 2 new equations that only have 2 variables in them, but they have to be the same 2 variables. Okay, so that sounds confusing, so let's try an example. I'm looking at number 3. If you have a hard time seeing that, look on your handout. And I see that equation 1, again, let's number these, equation 2 and equation 3. If I took equation 1 and just added it to equation 2, the y's would be eliminated. Okay, so let's do that. So equation 1 is x plus y plus z equals -6. And equation 2 is x minus y plus 4z equals +6. So when I add straight down, I get 2x plus 5z is equal to 0. That's okay, things can be equal to 0. Okay, so now we're going to call this equation 4. Okay, that's my new equation. Okay, now I need to look at my original 3 equations and combine 2 different equations to also eliminate y. So when I look at that, it looks to me like if I add equation 2 to equation 3, I will eliminate y again. Okay, so let's move down and do that. So first let me write down equation 2 is x minus y plus 4z equals 6. And equation 3, and I'm just adding them together, is 5x minus y plus z equals -26. And now when I add down, I get 6x, oh, except that's plus y, isn't it? Okay, there we go. Plus 5z is equal to -20. 6x plus 5z is equal to -20. And we'll call that equation 5. Okay, so now let's look at equation 4 and equation 5. So I'm going to rewrite them below here so we can see them together. So equation 4 is 2x plus 5z is equal to 0. And equation 5 is 6x plus 5z is equal to -20. Hey! If I just subtract, I'm even going to do a shortcut. So if I subtract equation 5 from equation 4, the z's will be eliminated. Okay, so 2x minus 6x would be -4x. 5z minus 5z is 0, equals 0 minus a -20 is +20. So x equals -5. Woohoo! That wasn't so bad. Okay, so now I'm not done. Remember, the answer is an ordered triple. So I need an x, a y, and a z. So what I do is now that I have x, I work my way back. I can go back and look at equation 4 and plug in what I know is x and figure out what z is. So let's see. So I'd have 2 times -5 plus 5 times z equals 0. Oh, you guys can't even see that, can you? There we go. Okay, so I'd have -10 plus 5z equals 0. So just kind of by inspection, I see that z equals 2. So far I've got z is 2 and x is -5. Okay, now let's go back, and I'm going to use one of the original equations to figure out what y is. I'm just going to use the first one. Okay, so we got that x was negative 5 plus y plus z was 2 equals negative 6. So now let's solve for y. Y minus 3 equals negative 6. If I add 3 to both sides, y is equal to negative 3. Now, the way I want you to give me your answers is not by doing this. See how I have x is circled down here and z is circled down here and y is... No. If I have to search around your paper, I'm going to be in a bad mood, and that's no good for you, right? Okay, so what I want is I want a lovely ordered triple. X is negative 5, y is negative 3, and z is 2. There it is. This is the form I want your answer in. A lovely ordered triple. Okay, you have more of these to practice in your online homework, but now we're going to go on to part 2, which is word problems.